Hi there, this is Jennifer with Brome Fields, and today is day 82 of our 100 days of knit stitches. And today's stitch is a diagonal step stitch. This is definitely a different combination of stitches. It creates a really neat texture. Very easy once you see it all come together. It is a 10 row repeat. And you want to cast on a multiples of 5. I have 15 stitches on my needle, so there's 3 repeats. And I just went ahead and I got started. Row 1 is the wrong side of the work. And I'm only going to show a couple of stitches or a couple rows because as you can see, it's just the same stitches. They just shift over 1 stitch every row, or every other row actually. So the first row, row 1, and all your odd rows. So we're going to purl the first 2 stitches. So all odd rows, sorry, I'll finish my sentence, are the back side. And then we're going to knit 1 into the front and the back of the next 3 stitches. So knit 1 into the front and bring it around to go inside to knit into the back of that stitch. That was 2 and 3. So we're knitting normal, but we're going to make that loop a little bit bigger. Then we're going to go inside, and so we're doing that 3 times, and that's what creates that, well, the beginning part of that stitch. So we increased 3 stitches, so it went from 3 to 6. Now we're going to repeat. So we're going to purl 2, and then we're going to knit 1 into the front and back 3 times. Front and back 1. Oh, and then I popped this off. This is really actually a pretty tight stitch, and I really probably need to replace this cable because I've brutalized the poor thing. All right, so we had purl 2, knit 1 front and back 1, knit 1 front and back 2, knit into the front and back 3, purl 2, and then we're going to knit into the front and back of these 3 stitches. Front and back, and front and back, and front and back. And you really kind of have to hold that stitch on there. So it just wants to slide off. All right, so now when we turn to the front of the work, everywhere we did a knit in the front and back, we're going to knit those 2 together through the back loop. So we're going to knit 2 together through the back loop 3 times. Oops. 1, 2. So we're going inside the loops to the back, wrap it around my needle, and pull it through. And then where we purled 2 stitches on the other side, we're going to knit those 2 stitches on the front side. And then we're going to knit these 2 together. Where we increase the stitch, we're going to decrease the stitch on this side. Knit 2 together through the back loop. Knit 2 together through the back loop. And knit 2. So do 1 more repeat. Knit 2 together. So I have it underneath, and I bring it around and pull it through and drop those 2 off. Put my needle through those 2 stitches and wrap it around and pull it through. We're going to knit 2 together through the back loop, and then we purled those 2 stitches on the other side, so we're going to knit those 2 on this side. Now I did provide the pattern below, so you can go ahead and continue in this pattern. It's the same stitches, you're just moving it over one on every row for 10 rows. So you'll have a 10 row repeat and you'll create these neat diagonal stitches. It is a little bit of a tight stitch, but it does have a really neat texture to it. I think these would make like a great washcloth or pot holder because it's very dense and thick. So that's what the back side looks like. So I think it would be a very good pot holder, trivet, anything that you want. Dense washcloth if you want to use some cotton yarn, even double up on the cotton yarn to make it nice and bulky. So that was today's day 82, and that's the diagonal step knit stitch. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's stitch, and I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.